Well, hello guys, this is Diamond from Diamond Shine Soap. I'm excited to see you today. Today we are going to make a 2-ingredient tallow body butter. Now, before we get into that, I want to let you know that this entire recipe will be found in the description box, guys. All of my recipes are in one place. So if you want to make candles, you want to make soap, you want to make body butter, nail polish, oh my God, I just have so many different recipes. You won't be disappointed. Okay, so let me tell you what you will need for this recipe. Like I said, guys, it will be just 2 ingredients, and this is jojoba oil. I'm also going to be using a little bit of safflower oil, so I'm going to mix the jojoba and the safflower, and you are going to need some tallow, some rendered tallow. Now, guys, I did put a vendor for tallow where you can get it a little bit cheaper than you would get it at the grocery store because it's pretty expensive. They actually call it liquid gold. Let me give you guys the rundown while we putting this tallow in this heat-proof container, what you will need also. Tallow is rich in fatty acids. It is similar to those found in the skin's natural oil. It can deeply penetrate the skin and provide intense hydration, making it suitable for dry, cracked, or eczema-prone skin. It is anti-inflammatory. It smooths irritated, red, or puffy skin. And tallow also has so many different vitamins in it. It is called liquid gold for a reason. Tallow can actually heal eczema. You can make medical claims inside of your products. Of course, I know you guys know that, but this is something for people to know. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your tallow and you're going to put it into a heat-proof container. One more thing that we're going to be adding to the recipe that I did off camera was some vitamin E. Vitamin E is good to add to any butter. It is definitely a preservative. It's not a preservative, like it won't preserve, but I've had body oil that I made 3 years ago and it's still good. It did not go rancid, all because I put vitamin E inside of it, okay? So it does preserve, but it does not take the place of your broad spectrum preservative. In this butter, you will not need a broad spectrum preservative because we will not be using any water whatsoever. Now that you have put all of your ingredients inside your heat-proof container, we are going to move on to the next step. As you guys can see, tallow is very grainy, so you want to go ahead and melt it, okay? Now, I went and put mine on the stove and I did a double boil method, and now I am ready to whip this butter. Now, when it comes down to whipping tallow butter, I will say this. I actually ended up whipping it and making sure that I paid attention because tallow butter is a little bit different than any other body butter. You want to make sure that you get it to that fluffy consistency by whipping it so that those grains won't show up in your final product. It is very, very grainy. If I can compare tallow to any texture, I would say it's like grits. Okay, so I just wanted to continue to whip it until I knew that I bypassed that texture. All right, now if you want to use arrowroot powder, I will definitely leave some measurements for that in the Patreon, but I just want to show you guys exactly how this absorbs. Now, if you use arrowroot powder, it will be super fast absorbent. But when it comes down to making tallow butter, people know that they're going to have to rub it in. People see tallow butter as medicine. So it's just best to leave it the way it is. That's my opinion. Now, in the final product, guys, I did not use any fragrance whatsoever. But if you choose to use fragrance, I'll leave the measurements in the Patreon for that as well. I actually want to use this tallow butter on my face and on my daughter's face. So with that being said, I wanted to make sure that it was suitable for sensitive skin. So I left the fragrances out. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and whip this, and then I'm going to pour it into my container, and I gave it about maybe an hour, and it just kind of thickened up on me. At first when I poured it in my container, it was pretty light, but then after that it thickened up and it turned into a beautiful fluffy butter. As you guys can see, it is very white It is very fluffy, and this is actually not the final consistency. It does get thicker, because if this was the final consistency, it would be way too runny for me. This is actually the consistency I like to pour into my jars, because I don't know, I just like it better when you pour it in there versus scooping it, because it's just really neat on the top. So that's just my preference. So I probably made about 8 ounces of product, and I think these jars are about 2 ounces. These are the white double wall 2-ounce jars. I really like them because it honestly paints the illusion as if it's a whole lot of product and it's only 2 ounces. So when I take them out, like let's say when I'm selling my magnesium butter or my CBD butter, something really expensive, it makes the customer feel like they're getting a whole lot of product, because these double wall jars are a little bit heavier than your typical jar.